and welcome back to Stash Bash. This is the September prompt, and this month for this particular prompt we are looking at using 15 different patterns on a layout. I've decided to go for a pattern paper background. It's quite an old sheet of paper that I've been, should have used years ago. It's getting a bit battered now, and I've cut this die cut starburst shape on my silhouette machine. It didn't come out quite as I expected. I expected it not to be kind of floppy like this. I expected it to be all in one piece in the middle as well. Just didn't really notice that when I went to cut it. So that's not ideal, and definitely means I'm definitely going to have to cover up the middle of that starburst once I've done it. I plan to fill each gap with a different pattern paper, so I will actually end up with 36 different patterns on this wheel, and let's say my photo will go in the middle, and I'll build a very small layout in that centre part there. You don't have to do it the same as this. You can include 15 different patterns in any way that you like, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So this circle shape was available in the Silhouette online store, and I've cut it in black, which is something I don't normally do. If I cut a shape like this, I always do it in white. So I just thought I'd try something a little bit different. I have cut myself a template. As I say, the middle is going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't matter that my triangle isn't going to go to the end, because all of that's going to be covered. I'll make sure it is, even if there's an area that's not quite. I've pulled out my papers already. So I have this slot here, and all of these as well. So there's a lot of scraps, or some are scraps, some are from a 6x6 paper sheet pack, some are whole 12x12 sheets that I've had for ages, or I've got doubles of, and I'm happy to use or cut into. So yeah, I've already picked out all of those, and now I'm going to go ahead and draw around my little template and cut out 36 shapes. I also want to make things slightly more difficult for myself I would like my circle to be raised away from all of the patterns. So I'm going to start by turning over and applying foam pads to each row. It's going to be quite a few to do, and then once I'll cover the whole thing, I'll do that off camera. Then what I'll do is I will peel the backs off, and then for each piece there you go. For each prong, I will be able to raise them up on foam pads. When I come to do the next one along, I will there'll be a little bit of foam pad sticking out there and there, but I would actually just put some wet glue on the sides, and then it will stick onto there. So they should all be the same dimension all the way around. But I just thought I'd attempt that. I just need to be mindful of my patterns as well, and my papers. Some have to be certain ways round, so I just need to make sure that any writing I've got, for example, goes the right way. So that one there has got a very, very faint word on it. You won't be able to see it on tape, but I can. So I'll just make sure that that's about there. Same as things like if I've got hearts like this, I want to make sure they're the right way around. So if I want to strip here with hearts on, I either need to cut downwards, or if I want it here, I need to cut across. So I just need to be aware of that. Okay, I'm going to go and attach all of my sticky foam pads, and we'll pop back. Okay, so my whole circle has got sticky foam pads ready and waiting to go. They've all been peeled off as well. It took me quite a while to do that. And now this next part's going to take me even longer. So I'm going to make sure I keep my circle this orientation, because I know that this piece of paper is the right way around, and therefore I know that if I'm going to put, say, the hearts, for example, in one of these top ones, I need to cut this way, so I can just be mindful of which way my patterns are going to go, really. So I'm just going to make sure I keep it that way around all the time, but I'm going to put it to one side, and I'm going to get cutting. I will do this on film, but I will seriously speed it up so you don't, so you're not too bored. Okay, so I have finally filled in all of my triangles, slots, whatever you want to call them. For the most part my patterns are okay. I've miscalculated in certain areas, but I'm good with all of them. They're small enough to not be a problem. Like my envelopes here, for example, should be that way. Anyway, a few minor issues, but nothing major. So anyway, I'm really pleased with that. I'm less pleased with the fact that this is black. I think it would have been better in white. So I should have trusted my initial instinct and stuck with what I like, but there you go. It's done now. Definitely not going to start again. So now I just need to build my little layout on top of this wheel. I actually have some journaling that I want to put on here, but it's quite extensive. I'm going to need to type it and print it, so I will do that and add that here. And in the meantime, I was going to try and stick to some lighter layers to go underneath my photo. I won't put much in, but I want to use some of the patterns that I've already used. So I'll probably just stick to those ones, might insert a little bit of colour. I've also got this lovely pack of frames that I've been waiting for ages, but they've been out of stock, so I'm glad they've come back in. I know this is supposed to be stash batching, I'm not supposed to be using any new stash, but I'll make an exception this time. realistically going to fit my journaling in there. I might be able to fit it on one of those. I'm going to try. I'm going to print it pretty small. So I'll leave that much space for now. A bit of colour. Okay, I'll probably stick to something like that. Okay, I'm going to get my journaling sorted and I shall pop back. Okay, so my journaling's now sorted, so I just need to set about really finishing off this layout now. I decided that on the background paper itself it didn't really look finished, so I've pulled out another piece of solid paper that goes, doesn't match the patterns, but it matches the colour of some of the patterns that I've got, the yellow, just so that brings it all back together quite nicely. Therefore I trimmed this background paper down to 11.5 inches square. So yes, I'm just literally need to finish off. Into those bits. Okay, so that's my layout pretty much done. I do want to put some embellishment on, but not very much, because the background is so busy already that I don't want to overcrowd it. So I just pulled out a few little bits. I liked this Hello Hello arrow. I could squeeze it anywhere. Sorry, there's some drilling going on outside my window. Okay, and I'm going to call it finished there. I'm going to leave it now before I ruin it with loads of extra stuff. I really like the way it's turned out. I just wish that this wasn't black. I wanted to have a go and see if it would give me a slightly different effect that I would like. I've been really enjoying the use of black on layouts lately. But I'm not that keen on here, although it does look very striking. I'm really happy with the wheel and the way I've got all of the different patterns in, 36 in total, so that was like an epic amount of different patterns on there. And I really love the way that it's all raised up away from my patterns. That's something I've not tried before, and I'm really pleased to see how it came out, and it wasn't hard to do either. So yeah, a lot of effort there, but a great layout, good fun, and The challenge, one of the challenges this month, there's 5 of them in total for September, but this particular one is to use more than 15 different patterns on, or at least 15 different patterns on a layout. You don't have to do it in the same way that I've done it. You could use a circle punch or any other punch you like and punch out different patterns that way and arrange them onto a layout, or in any other way that you see fit. But that's the challenge, that's one of the challenges for this month, 15 different patterns on a layout. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.